Multifamily Weekend Update with your hosts, Justin Dilley and Eric Sharp.
Hey,
Hey, happy Friday.
happy Friday, sir. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Nice to be in June, my favorite month.
It is a good month. The weather has been moderate here in Atlanta.
It's been
And,
tame. This
you
is
know,
true.
not bad.
It is my birthday month. That's why it's my favorite month.
Oh, okay, that's true too. Yes,
Yeah,
I've got a little like markings waiting to count down for the big day.
I'm sure. There's a lot of big things happening though in June, and we'll talk about them right here.
Yes, but first, today the biggest thing that's happening today is National Donut Day. So if you're like me, you may live near Revolution Donuts here in Atlanta, but if you live in multifamily properties like Wolf Point East in Chicago, or the Collins in Philadelphia, or the Standard Heights in Houston, you have really great donut shops not far. I don't think I see. It's all in walking distance, all less than like 900 feet.
Is this something that marketing teams need to put on the website?
Or they could, right? Or if you're celebrating your teams and you want to know like where to go, and you want to do a nice treat at Helios Apartments in Seattle for your maintenance team, you might want to go to Mighty O Donuts. There are 3 donut shops that I've been to on here. How about you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Hero Donuts. It's not too far from where I am in Atlanta. Rundy's, not the one in LA, but the one in New York. I have been to the Salty, and I've had Federal Donuts actually in Philly at Apartmentalize, because I think community boss, brunch boss, got that.
You know what I find weird?
Donuts?
Voodoo Donuts is not located in New Orleans.
No, it's in 2 spots that I know of. Is it also in Denver, or is it just in Portland and Austin?
But believe it's Oregon and then Orlando.
And Austin.
Oh, yeah, of course. Excuse me. Okay, 3 locations. There we go.
Yeah, but it's not in New Orleans. And man, we are talking a lot about New Orleans.
Strange. It's just strange to me.
We'll talk more about New Orleans in a little bit, but today's focusing on getting ready for the rest of this month. But there's been some news this week.
Yeah, just on the heels of last week's merger news, Asset Living is in the news this week. It has been rumored, speculated that they are selling to a private equity firm.
Yes, people are putting this on LinkedIn. It's in newsletters, and I believe Asset Living is kind of saying, hold on, just wait. Like, let's clarify some of the. But it's in all the articles. There's a lot of stuff on.
Yeah, look, Justin, I really think this is just a great example of like private equity looks at multifamily and says, okay, here's what we have to look forward to: predictable revenue. Huge operating scales when you look at, Asset Living as an example, over 40 states, right? Lots of technology that can be disrupted, consolidated in order to have larger gains when you scale things up. And then at the end of the day, I mean, there's demand for institutional level housing. So
yeah,
why not?
Yeah, no, it's and it falls on the heels of a lot of this, over the last few years, right? You have BH Management. I mean, before that, Willowbridge, the residential arm of Lincoln Property went this way. It's pretty constant. Bell Partners was just a month ago, like they were in the news.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But really, I think what residents are asking at this point is, does this mean that my AC gets fixed faster? Is that what happens when private equity jumps in?
Right. It's a it's a great schism there, right? Because it's unlike a lot of other portfolios and products and things like that. It's not just a consumptive based thing. It's a home. There's a lot of other pieces in it, and I'm sure that everybody involved, because it's a newer thing that's been happening in our industry, there'll be some lessons learned. There'll be some other kinds of other stories to share as these things roll out.
So true. Well, things are changing.
Yeah.
Company-
Obviously, they don't have, no one has a new logo yet, but there are some new logos that are happening.
Some new logos.
Right.
Elmington is now Bedrock.
Yeah, I went to get my eyes checked earlier, and we said Elmington. I was like, that doesn't look like Elmington. It's my eye doctor was wrong. So they've now rebranded to Bedrock.
Rebranded to Bedrock. They've got about 30,000 homes across 200 communities in 27 states.
Hmm. Well, congratulations. I like that photo. It looks like a solid place to live with.
Actually, very nice photo. The president of Bedrock, Deanna Moore, said basically Bedrock reflects who we've become as a team. It represents the consistency, care, and accountability our people bring to the work every single day.
Oh, nice.
So good name. I like it.
Congrats on the new digs.
And another one. Proper is now Collective. Collective Residential.
Very cool. And they also did probably another kind of rebrand. Now, question: when people go through rebrands, Eric, like I'm sure you've been part of some of those conversations. What are some of the main things they think about in that process of deciding to move to a different brand?
Sure. I think at the end of the day, you want to think about where the companies are going to be in 10, 20 years. And you can sort of imagine it like you're a creature or an animal who's shedding its skin or a shell in order to grow into something larger. And oftentimes you think about, what does our current brand represent that doesn't represent what we want to be? Like, what is that future representation? What do we want to grow into? So where is that gap there? Right. And it's rebranding is a combination of both the visual as well as, the verbal, the communication. And it is no small task to do a rebrand. Oftentimes it's done either because of a, massive change in C-suite, where you have lots of new folks coming in, people moving out, and you decide, hey, we need to go through a rebrand, or it's just simply because the organization started small and grew rapidly and it outgrew its current brand.
Right. Yeah. And you're repositioning yourself in a marketplace, and makes sense. Well, there's no rebranding here, but there is a new digital presence from the folks at RangeWater.
Yeah, that's true. Small but subtle here. RangeWater has sort of separated its social media presence. So now they have a separate LinkedIn page. So I joined up. I must be number 469 of the current followers, but feel free to join their new LinkedIn page.
Very cool. Very cool. Nice. Yeah. A lot of stuff on LinkedIn, and, we'll cover some more stories throughout the week. Obviously our show next week. If you ever think that we missed a story and we should be talking about it in more depth, or we want to do a deep dive on it, shoot us a message on LinkedIn and we can dig into it further.
All right. Well, we got some big stuff coming up here in June, like I alluded to earlier, Justin. My favorite month of June.
What's happening in June?
It's the best time. It's the best time of year. Yeah.
Oh, there's something happening. There's conferences, right?
We got conferences coming up. I was kind of hoping it would choose my conference, but
Yeah. Let's see if it chooses the one that it should choose here. Hold on. All right. We ready?
We have no idea what this is going to pick here.
We don't. Boo. All right. I'll give it one more time. Blueprint's coming up though, and Multifamily Media Network is a sponsor or an official. Oh my God!
Let's talk about Blueprint. Let's talk about Blueprint. It's
All
just
right,
in the cards.
everyone knows what we're talking about. We're not talking about Blueprint. We're not talking about AIM or Retcon. We're talking about Apartmentalize.
Oh yeah.
It's coming.
Yep. Apartmentalize is coming up here. So we're getting jazzed. We're going to New Orleans. Holy cow. It's not Las Vegas. I'm excited because New Orleans is a very fun town, great food, lots of fun little pockets and areas, fairly walkable, albeit make sure you bring some cozy clothes for the warm weather. But yeah, Justin, what are your favorite parts about New Orleans?
The climate. No, I do like the river. I like being in that part of the country. It's a part of the country I don't really get to, very often. So it's really nice to kind of be able to be with colleagues and enjoy. New Orleans has a lot of great art. They have a great jazz fest. It's already happened, but they have a great jazz festival, which is amazing. And these conferences can be overwhelming. You can get a lot. People could talk about the prep or getting the ROI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be meeting Wednesday through Friday. On Thursday night is a big show. Flo Rida will be there. And this is, slated to be one of the biggest apartmentalizes yet.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of attendance, middle of the country, so to speak. Sorry for those who are up in the Pacific Northwest or Northeast, but it's about as central as we can get without being in Kansas.
Right. What are some strategies if you're going? A few folks have reached out to me because it's their first time. But what would you suggest to people that maybe are going for the very first time as an attendee or as an exhibitor? What would they?
Yeah, my suggestions are to come with the 2 or 3 things you want to accomplish, right? So if you're looking for technology or you have certain problems you're trying to solve, come ahead of time knowing which prop techs or which organizations you're going to speak with. Vice versa, if you're a prop tech, of course, you got to have all your meetings scheduled ahead of time if possible. I would map out usually no more than 3 conversations with someone a day. Schedule maybe 2 a.m. sessions and 1 afternoon session to speak with people for 15 minutes to catch up with them. Otherwise, you're just going to bump into people left and right. The convention center in New Orleans is massive. I don't know how much we're all going to be taking up, but it is very long. So bring good walking shoes, and don't forget to bring a towel.
Yeah, and water. Make sure to hydrate.
Lots and lots of water. Yeah, those hurricane drinks they'll catch you off guard.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. We will be there, and look, we've switched. You're above me, and I'm below you, but we will be at the Podcast Palooza, which is kicking off ahead of Apartmentalize at Pacific Theater. There's transportation from venues and hotels. Scan a code if you'd like to join. I believe it's kind of full. I don't even know if there's tickets left.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's tickets left at this point, Justin. But
there is a waiting list, and some people won't be able to make it, so get yourself on the waiting list so that you can get in. Also, so you can find out more information about future events like Palooza. And that's it for today. I hope.
Yeah, we've got one little moment of wonder. It's not a video this time, but it's a fun post from Amy Young, who posted about move-in day. So this is the first moving truck moving into the Reverb in Huber Heights, Ohio. It's a 312 unit breezeway building. And it's kind of fun celebrating that first move-in, right? Move-in day is really the tip of the iceberg of all the work that is involved to
Mhm.
get these move-ins to happen. And, this was a fun celebration that I don't often see posted
Right.
online, right? And
Right.
it's such a, it's kind of like that first dollar in the door, right? For a new company. It's just really nice to celebrate that.
Mhm.
It's the beginning. It's sort of like the beginning of a marathon race where like you've done all this training ahead of time. Now is your time to shine.
Right. Yeah. Well, very exciting. Well, congrats on everyone, the person moving in, the building for their first move in, and yeah, treat yourself to a donut up in Ohio. I don't know what are I'm sure they have them. I don't know what the best one is, or you probably have to drive to it from that property. But have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see y'all next week. And then we'll be hopefully live in New Orleans.